And he's like, there's one thing I like don't tell people, like you can't tell anyone, blah blah blah. Still shook by calling me his property. Having sex with her friend's guy. I kiss him on the lips like this. He holds the back of my head. Great, great, great. And he pulls me into the room, and I'm gonna modify it just for like my own safety. He's like, bye, and I'm like, oh, bye, what the heck is happening? Blah. Right, like it was just word, okay, word. So we go back in the car and we're talking, and it's like really awkward. I'm like, really, Sasha just did that, okay. And then my friends just tell me how much like he likes me and stuff, and I'm like, it's been a day. And she's like, yeah, like we're gonna go there tomorrow, you have to come. He literally said we have to bring you. And I'm like, okay. And he got my number, we're texting, and he's like a really sweet guy. He's like asking to see me, and I'm like, no. So she's after I found out he had like like we were in a trap house, and he like drugged him. I was like, no, like I was like scared to see him basically. I was scared to like get him to come see me. Like I was nervous, okay. And he's just saying all these sweet things. He's like, you have to come tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, all good. Like, I'm coming, whatever. So, when we drop Sasha off, my friend tells me all this extra stuff that is going to be in another story time, and is why I don't. I hate Sasha, and why I did a little cleanse. And I cut off a bunch of girls in my life, and a bunch of people in my life that are just like, don't need to be in my life. And I'm like, I'm not accepting any more friend applications. That's another video. I don't want to get into that. The next day comes and we just get a couple of friends. I'm like, Sasha's not allowed to come. I do not want to see her. She's like, all good, all good. So Daisy, it comes. Daisy's like one of Sasha's best friends. They're both like a little crazy. And they're all like, oh my god, Derek is so excited to see you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, like whatever. And Daisy's she's a little angry back there. And I'm like, I don't even notice. And Daisy's like, you cannot leave me, you have to stay with me the whole time. I'm like, oh, okay, like all good, like sure, I don't mind. We get there and Derek is so drunk, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? Like he was so drunk, and I'm like, okay, that's crazy, what the fuck? And he like doesn't remember anything. He's like trying to talk to me, but Daisy won't leave my side, and Daisy's crazy. She's literally taking shot after shot. She gets embarrassed. She's like, you have to do them for me. She's like, after one time, she's like kind of like, I'm like, do you want to go outside get some air? She's like, yeah. She pukes like a waterfall. I've never seen anybody puke like that. It was like a freaking hose, like a faucet. I was like, oh. And then she's like,
let's go back inside. I'm good.
I'm like, what? What? And she's taking more shots, and then like she takes you to the washroom and she's crying. You're so beautiful. You're so this. Oh my god, I want to be you. I just want to be your friend. And I was like, I can't be around drunk people like this. But girl, you too. Girl, like I'm just trying to comfort her. And then finally, Derek gets a hold of me and he's like, I've been wanting to see you for so long. This and that. Blah blah blah. And he's like, all this. And Daisy is kind of doing a walk up and down the stairs when we're upstairs talking, and I'm like, oh, this is strange. And I'm like, no, like this is weird, don't even try to kiss me, like please, like it's not gonna happen. And he's like, okay, like all good, whatever. So get this. So he brings me outside with the cousin, and they're like, okay, Angel, we need to tell you something. And he's like, okay, well, Daisy and I kind of had a thing, and we kind of had sex a couple times. And I'm like, how many? He's like 3 times, and like we had like a little thing, and then she hit up one of my buddies and said she wanted to fuck him. So yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm like, listen, I don't want to be here. I'm not doing this triangle thing. He's like, it's not triangle anything, like I want to be with you. I'm like, no, like please be with Daisy. Like this is so weird. She's literally stalking me. He's like, that's what I was saying, I just wanted to talk to you, and I could never get a chance alone with you. And I'm like, okay boy, like bye. And he's like, no, like seriously. At one point Daisy's like laying on the couch. I'm like, oh, like Daisy, are you okay? And she's like, get her to leave me alone. And I'm like, I'm not about this, you can have him. I'm like, okay guys, like we need to go, let's go. And like I go to my car to cry. Yes, I'm just an emotional wreck. It just brought back the fuckboy things that happened, and like just so much stress, and with Sasha, and like and I'm like crying in my car. And so I go back in the house, and I'm like, hey guys, let's all go home, like we need to go home. And they're like, okay. Gathering 4 drunk girls was literally the death of me. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I walk in and Daisy is sitting down bawling her eyes out, and Derek's there and he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, he's like, you need to leave us alone. I just want to be with her. You screwed it up. She's like, I didn't do anything. Like, she's crazy. She's known for being crazy, okay? And I saw her crazy side, okay? I didn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. All this. And I'm like, okay, Daisy, let's go. She's like, no, wait, I need to explain this. I'm like, no, Daisy, let's go. She's like, I need to like explain this. You need to and everyone, my friends told me, they're like, you should have left her, but I'm just not that girl. I wish I was. And she said, I'm like, let's go. She's like, no, I need please 5 more minutes. I'm like, no, now. And she's like, like we're arguing back and forth. And I'm like, you're pissing me off. Let's go. And she's like, okay. And I grab her purse. She's like, oh my God, you're a real one. And I'm like, I'm not in the mood to have this happen right now. So like, if you could just get into my car. And she's like talking outside. She's like, oh, of course he wants you. You're so beautiful. You're so this. I understand. I just told him not to hurt you like he hurt me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, girl, you can have him. No, blah, 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 all this bull. So the next day he texts me. He's like, I don't remember anything what happened. Tell me what happened. I'm like, no, like literally. I'm like, no, you and Daisy have a thing. You stick with her. He's like, no, I don't want her. I want you. I'm like, no, like, you can't have me, okay? We ended up talking it out and like my booty gave in. Of course, right? Of course I did. And the next day, Daisy texted me this big paragraph. You can have him. I'm like, don't worry, you can have him. It's okay, he's yours. And she's like, okay. Like, I was like, okay, like, you know that's what you wanted. And that really was what happened. Me and Derek talked for maybe a week more, and then he stopped talking to me because, I don't know, maybe I was just too boring for him. I don't know, and I just wouldn't give in to his little sexual wants. But sorry, Mr. Boy, that's not me. I'm sorry if you got bored, but that is my life. And I'm going to be telling the Sasha story, which is about fake a friend. Oh my God, I cannot wait to tell the story. This one is fun. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was my experience going to a trap house. It wasn't that crazy going to a trap house, honestly. It was like a normal house then, like, yeah. But the scary thing is, don't go to trap houses. The scary thing about a trap house is that cops could come any second. Cops could be watching the house, and the cops could come any second, and you're all charged. Perfect, right? I went there 2 times, never again. And a drug dealer wanted me, which you should have seen those texts. But like, I think he just wanted to get into my panties. Ooh, but he didn't get into my panties. Yeah, that's the end of it all. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Me and Daisy are no longer friends either. I kind of cut her off because she's crazy. Okay, she's crazy, just like Sasha. They're perfect best friends. And also, when I cut Miss Sasha off, I told him, I'm like, yeah, me and Sasha aren't friends anymore. And he's like, why? I'm like, and I explained it, and he's like, okay. I'm like, yeah, so like, and I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, I know who she is. And I'm like, wait, did you guys do anything? He's like, kinda. And I'm like, what does kinda mean? He's like, well, like, cause my rule now is if you fucked with Sasha, cause she's spread her legs to a lot of boys in this area, this place. And I'm like, if you mess with Sasha, I can't be with you in any way. And he's like, well, like, we tried one night. She was too big, so I had to stop. I'm like, okay, but I don't even think that's possible for you to be too loose. I don't know or care. Those people are not in my life anymore. They're doing their own thing. And I found out recently that Daisy and Sasha were doing things with Derek and his friend, and then they switched people. So I don't know, they can just do their own thing. That is the story. The story is all over the place. I'm so sorry. I filmed it twice because I just didn't like the way it came out the first time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. And remember, it's not goodbye, it's see you tomorrow.